My name is Longinos, and back in 2019, I kind of hit a wall, an emotional wall, where my whole world just came tumbling down. I didn't know what to do at the time, but somehow I managed to make a phone call to a chance to change for therapy, professional therapy. I was able to start getting some tools to help me understand how those issues started.
Longinos came to the agency using his employee assistance program, and his particular employer provided 8 sessions a year. He took advantage of those every year. He had identified that his past was catching up with him, and he framed that from day one as childhood trauma. And so we began to really address that and do the work of healing around his past, but then in the process developing tools about how he lives in his present life.
When I was a child, I grew up in Mexico many years ago. I grew up in a home that was very dysfunctional. My dad was an alcoholic. His life was very difficult. He was not able to tell me that he loved me, so I always felt rejected by him. My mom was a very sweet woman, but when he was around, she was not able to provide for me what I needed. Because I felt rejected at home, I spent more time outside the house. And also, by doing that, I was exposed to abuse outside the home also. I was not safe at home, and I was not safe outside the house either, until I moved to the United States when I was 17. Later, I got married, met a beautiful woman. Now we have 5 kids. A lot of the healing took place in those areas too, in those arenas. But I feel like I needed something more that will help me find more healing on other parts, in my mind also.
I think traditionally the history of this agency has been grounded in addiction recovery. What we see now is more and more clientele who are dealing with just everyday life issues. We might frame those as mental health, but I just think it's the struggle of being human.
Because I received abuse as a child, I really didn't have any tools on how to deal with that. When I came here, I had to learn to kind of look at the bear and say, I need to confront this, I need to change this, but I didn't know how to do that. And in this case, my enemy was anxiety, fear, and the past was catching up with me. So I had to get rid of that. I had to learn how to create something new and different. It's like speaking another language. I was able to get the tools.
Longinos is the kind of client who walked in here himself not really knowing what to expect, but committing to the work and the process of therapy. And he has been the greatest part of his own transformation.
Counseling taught me how to kind of look back, how to think differently, and how to apply these new tools to my life. That has been the most life-changing for me, even at this age. So even at 60, I feel that I can be even a better father and husband, and be able to really be tender with everybody, to be there and say, I want to listen to you. You are so important to me that I want to be a part of what you're doing. And I want to be a part of their lives. I didn't have that opportunity with my dad, so I want to do that. Most of all, just to let them know that I truly love them, regardless of what happens or how they do in life. But now I have a lot of resources, and now I have a lot of good things, and I have a lot of experience. Being able to talk about anything, I think it's essential for any of us to really grow and to become better people. Just to be able to say those dark, pesky little things, you can open them up, expose them to the light, and become something different.
He is just a phenomenal individual who is continuing to grow and put meaning to what has happened to him, to what he has done, and who he's going to be. Sometimes we need some help along the journey. So the agency that was grounded and richly founded in helping people avoid addiction or recover from addiction spans so much more now.
Everyday issues, they don't bother me as much like they used to, because I am growing. I do feel better. So I think that anybody that feels the need to do that, make that phone call, come in. And once you do that, you will find out that God has provided something wonderful for you to do. And you can find it here, I believe.